Hi. This session is on law review and journal cite and substance checking. My name is Thomas Daniel. I go by TD, and I've been teaching and consulting on Lexis technology in law schools, courts, and firms since 1999. Today, I will show you how to save time and effort performing law review and journal cite and substance checks on Lexis Plus. You will learn to apply the exclusive tools and techniques available on Lexis Plus to deliver superior results quickly with less frustration, with greater confidence in your editing assignment results. So we logged on to Lexis Plus at lexis.com or lexisnexis.com/law school and clicked on Go to Lexis Plus. Make sure Lexis Plus is set to legal research on the left-hand side selections, and we'll cover how to use Lexis Plus to address common cite and substance checking assignments, especially problematic ones, which often stump students or cause them to spend an inordinate amount of time down a rabbit hole spinning their wheels. So we're going to address citation verification. There'll be times when authors provide incorrect citations and citation formats with incorrect abbreviations, volume or page numbers, and similar defects. So our problem is incorrect citation format, and we cannot retrieve the authority as a cite. So our solution is we're going to go down here to tools on the right-hand side right here, and then we're going to go to get a doc assistance. So our example is our author discusses Arizona regulations on the definition of childcare under the state's child care resource and referral system in the text of the article, and cites to the state's administrative code as Arizona Ad Code R6-5-5001 in the footnote. So we went to tools and then went to our doc assistance, and we know, okay, from here what our content is, because we know that it's administrative codes and regs. So we're going to go down to administrative codes and regs, and we're going to choose that one. Now we know our jurisdiction is Arizona, so we're going to choose Arizona. And now we have to click the correct format. We know it's Arizona Administrative Code, and that's right here. And now we have to put in the correct cite. And theirs was R6-5001. R-6-5-5000. And this will retrieve our cite. Now, once we're on here with blue booking, you can highlight any part of the statute here. So let me show you this trick too. So let's say if we're going to do our childcare, and I highlight this. All right, I'm going to go to copy to advanced. And now I can set this format. If I set this to standard, that will be in blue book format. Okay. And I want to make sure it's not as a hyperlink. And I can see my cite here. Make sure though you double check all of your cites, and please confirm with your blue book. All students are responsible for their own blue booking. And now you can cut and paste this into any cite elsewhere, and just make sure that your blue booking is up to snuff. Okay, the next question is, you have an incorrect citation format and incorrect citation numbers, so you cannot retrieve the authority as a cite. Our solution is using search terms from the author's text and pre-filter by category of content and jurisdiction as pre or post filters. So an example is, suppose Arthur had cited to our Arizona Ad Code R6-55-001 in the footnote. We have two problems. Not only is the citation format incorrect, but the section is correct. So let's use what we know from the text to retrieve the correct cite. Suppose the author refers to Article 50 and the Child Care Resource System. We know the jurisdiction is Arizona. We know we're looking for an administrative regulation, which is in an administrative code. So we clicked on Lexis Plus at the top, and now in the search box, we can type in Article 50 and Child Care Resource and Referral System. And now we also know, okay, we also know that it's in Our content is administrative codes and regs. Now we can run this. Now we get our results. Here we are, Arizona. I'm going to go to the table of contents. Now I can go to definitions, right under our child care and resource referral system. And now I can scroll right down to child care and notice there it is. So I'm going to find R6-5-5001, 4. There it is, child care. Our next problem, incorrectly cited correct publication, including incorrect abbreviation and volume number of the publication. Our solution is use our sources link to find the correct publication and run keyword search to retrieve the article in question and ascertain the correct volume and page number. So our example is an author of an environmental law article discusses property called renewable parcel and provides 36 Harvard Environmental Law R477 as the source, incorrectly formatted and incorrect volume. We believe and will proceed on the possibility that the author is citing to a Harvard journal on environmental law. So on the first page here, where we're going to go is we're going to go in search for a source. Okay, so we're going to go to sources. And we're going to go search for sources. Right? So we know it's Harvard, so we're going to type in Harvard. And we're going to run our search. And these will pull up all of the Harvard publications, even the ones that aren't in Harvard but may have affiliations with Harvard, like from Columbia or other journals out there. So we know that we believe that it's an Harvard Environmental Law Journal. So we're going to scroll down to that one, to the Harvard Environmental Law Journal. And we know that it talks about this term, renewable parcel. So we're going to put that in quotes because we want that exactly as it is. Renewable parcel. And we're going to run the search. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Let me go back. There we go. That was a good teachable moment. And he. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. And you'll notice here that it's 35, not 36. So we know we have the right publication. All right. So we have the same issue. Our problem now is the same as the previous example, but we're not sure which journal publication by a named publisher Harvard was cited. So we're going to go to our sources again. So back into Lexis Plus. We're going to go back to our sources once again here. And we're going to again type Harvard. But again, we're not sure where this comes from. So we're going to click on this. Add all of these as filters because we're not sure. And then we're going to type in our term, remember, renewable parcel. Run our search. And now it's going to search through all of the Harvard ones and our news everywhere. And we look, and it's only one. So we know we have the correct one. And we know it's 35 Environmental Law 477. Our next problem is, in the previous example, suppose we have no idea what the site or publisher is and our publisher is and know nothing other than the author intended the site to a law review or journal call. So our solution is search for key terms from the article and filter by category or secondary law review journals and search within necessary results. So our example in the previous case, what if we didn't know who published the cited publication but believed it was a law review or journal article? So how can I do that? You're going to go back up here and you're going to run again renewable parcel. And now you're going to run it in the law reviews and journals. So our content. So we're just going to say secondary materials. And we're going to run it here. There's only three. I'm going to choose law reviews and journals. And now I can look at these three articles, but you notice the first one is our correct one. I can look at these three articles and narrow it down. All right. Now, let's take a look at case citation and quotation verification. All right, our problem is our case citation. We have a correct case, but incorrect pinpoint page cited for quotation. Our solution, retrieve the case by citation and use the search within the document tool at the top left of the case to find the quoted text or term. Example, author quotes a discussion. The judge constructively amended the indictment from U.S. v. Murphy, 406 F. 3rd, 857, 861, but incorrectly cites the page to page 861. It's actually 860. So how would I do this? In this box up here, simply you would just type in the cite, or 406 F. 3rd, 857, and run the search. 406, excuse me. Now from here, we want to make sure we find the right and the correct quote. So we're going to click on here, search within the document, and we're going to type in the judge constructively amended the indictment. And we're going to run the search. Look for our term here and click on our next term. And it brings this on here. And we notice that it's page 860 because 861 starts here. So we know this is the wrong page number. How do I double check? If I scroll up here to the top, I'll notice that it says 860, see? And they had cited incorrectly to 861. All right. Let's say the case is correct, but both the reporter and page reference are incorrect. And you must verify the quoted language, but the quote is incorrect as well. So how do I do that? All right, we're going to go back into Lexis Plus. We're going to go into Tools, and we're going to go in by Doc Assistance. Now we know the party name, so we're going to go cases by party name. So we know it was U.S. v. Murphy. So we're going to type in United States, and our party is going to be Murphy. And even if we don't know the particular jurisdiction, we can still run it. All right, and now we have 2,307, but we can search within our results to our terms. Now they had constructive amendment of the indictment, and we know that's wrong. So if we type in constructive amendment of the indictment, that's going to be wrong. We're going to get 0 results. Correct. We already knew that. But if we use terms and connectors, we can, using our terms and connectors, we can narrow this down to find what we're looking for. So our search and results, we're going to use amend, exclamation point. And that's going to give us every ending of amend. Amending, amending, amends, amendment in the same sentence. So amend within the same sentence of indict, exclamation point, X is truncator, indicting, indicting, indicts in the same sentence as constructive. Exclamation point. And now we're going to run the search. And now we have down to these 3 cases. We can eyeball these and we can see it's actually that first one, the United States v. Murphy. All right. The next one. A problem is quote verification when no citation is provided. A quote appears in the text or footnote with no citation to the quoted language. So you're going to have to use key terms from the cited language and arrange them with connectors to run search to find them. So you have a quote with no citation for the quote. There are cases that also show that long before our Constitution, a distinction had been recognized in common law between the effect of the king's pardon to wipe out the effect of a sentence for contempt. So we want to remove a few words of this quote to try to find the case or cases of this origin. So how do we do that? All right, we're going to go back here and we're going to run a search in no filters right here. And we're going to type in king's pardon in quotes within 25 words of sentence. And we're going to run this search. And now we have these 5 cases and we can eyeball this. And I believe it's from that first one. But that makes it so much easier. All right, let's address finding author by name, author with common name and citation missing. All right, the problem, you must find correct author to the article with no citation. Our solution is run a search for first name and last name by 2 words and search within results to find the filter of the subject matter. So let's use this. We can search by an author's name. So we're going to go back up here. Let's say the author cites to Thomas Wilhelm. Many mistakes that students will make is that they'll run a search like this. Thomas Wilhelm. And they'll run the search. Look at all these articles for secondary materials, right? And there were way, way, way too many. Look at this, over 5,000. And none of these are right. So how do I fix that? Well, if you go back here, you can run a search within two. Within two connector right here, we'll search for 2 words in front of his name and 2 words behind his name, just in case he has a middle name or middle initial. And then you can narrow down your search within results by the subject matter on his case. Now, look, we've already narrowed it down within 2. Look, it went from 2,000 some or 3,000 some to 14. And now we do our search within results to our subject matter. In this instance, it was a paper on Google. And we run the search. And now we've narrowed it down to just these 8. And now we look for his name. And there he is, Thomas Wilhelm. Perfect. It was very easy. And at some point, you'll likely have to find authority for orphan text. Orphan text is text which requires substantiation in a footnote for which none has been provided by the author. Every substantive position, claim, or assertion in the text of an article must be backed up by authority cited in a footnote. So author makes a claim or a statement which requires reference in footnotes. Our solution, decide the type of the authorities required and use segment searches and or search connectors to find the authority. Author writes, commentators have long examined the application of long-arm statute in an analysis of personal jurisdiction cases. Segment searching is the solution. Suppose you're looking for law reviews. You can use the title over segment search to find what you're looking for. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Segment search will help you look for a bit or a piece of the document. And if you want more information about it, you can find them here under advanced search. So I'm going to search under a title. So we just want the title of the article that mentions our issue. And this is personal jurisdiction and long-arm statute. And we're going to run the article. You can run this same kind of title search in news under headline or head lead, and that would find similar. Now look, I know it's going to go to cases, but we're going to go to secondary materials. Okay. There's nothing that mentions it. Oh, because I spelled statute incorrect. Let's try that again. S-T-A-T-U-T-E. Sorry. Spelling, there we go. All right. And now under our secondary materials, we can narrow this down by our particular sources that we're looking for. It's that easy. All right, finally, our shepherds. It's the standard for over 140 years, and only Shepard's editors gives you a full range of treatment history from true positive to negative analysis. It's the standard way to check sites to ensure the highest degree of accuracy and confidence, and it's the only available on Lexis. Lexis' editorial process ensures that the most accurate and current citation of a history case is available. It's current, it's complete, it's within that 24 to 48 hour period. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We can Shepardize a document right from here simply by clicking on SEH-EP and then our site, 480 US 102, and search. And this gives us our Shepherd report. This gives us everything that's been cited to in our case. These are just cases, other citing sources, law reviews, statutes, treatises, ALRs. This will give you a history of our case, which has just been updated. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to show you that. This shows you history at a glance, other decisions, and the timeline. There's just two ways of viewing that. I love this. Under our other citing decisions, remember you can narrow this down by analysis, by jurisdiction, by headnote, by date. And everything you want to do is here on the left-hand side, you can narrow this down. Two of the things that I also want to make you aware of that's also really, really good is if I click on all Shepard's editorial phrases here, and this will show you all the range of editorial analysis that's available for you. It's a 110-page PDF on all the different editorial analysis that's available on Shepard's. Now, remember, you can narrow this down, analysis, jurisdiction, headnote, date, or you can narrow by within whatever you're searching for in your decisions. Other citing decisions, again, is anything secondary material too. All of these resources are excellent for background information on a particular case or leading you to other cases that are just like yours. You can also cite by court and by date to find out particular jurisdictions. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming by for the cite and substantive checking case study here that we've had. My name is Thomas Daniel, and if you need additional assistance, please contact your local rep. Thank you, and have a great day.